Hello everyone. Today's my last day, my last recipe for my new upcoming recipe book. And I saved the best for last because I was looking through the other two recipe books I put out and I haven't done my most favorite casserole ever. Although I've done several videos of it, I hadn't put it in my recipe book. So I'm going to do this one as a special treat for me because I'm going to make extra, and you guys because this is my favorite casserole, Taco Casserole with cornbread topping. And it's a really easy recipe to put together. So what I have here is 2 pounds of ground chuck, 2 packets of taco seasoning, 2 cans of Rotel, 2 cans of whole kernel sweet corn, 1 10-ounce bag of peppers and onions, frozen peppers and onions, diced, and 1 box of Jiffy. And we're going to make the Jiffy according to the box directions, which calls for egg and milk too. But those are still in the fridge because that's later on. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. Let's get my skillet warming up. Put my 2 pounds of ground chuck. Some people call it hamburger. I'm going to just brown this up. Oh, I forgot to tell you, and we're going to put 8 ounces of sharp cheddar in there, grated. So while that's brown, I'm going to go ahead and grate this cheese. Just like that. Alright, that's all browned up. Let's go get this drained and I'll be right back. Alrighty. That's it pretty much drained. Now, let's take our 10 ounces of peppers and onion mix. Mix that in with our ground beef, 2 packets of taco seasoning, alright, then we add our 2 cans of drained sweet corn, our 2 cans of Rotel undrained, juice and all. Put that on medium high. Get this all heated up. Okay, that's just starting to boil. The juices in there. So we'll drop that down to medium. We'll cover that. Let that simmer for about 10-15 minutes. Just let those flavors all come together. I'll see you in about 15 minutes. Okay, that's been going for about 10 minutes. So let's go ahead and get our cornbread going. I'm just going to make it according to the box direction for cornbread. Alrighty. That's all there is to that. Let that sit for a couple minutes. Alright. That's been about 15 minutes, I guess. Really, you just want it to get nice and hot and all blended together. Everything nice and steaming. And that flavor is all blended together. So let's get it in our casserole dishes, a 9x13. Take our cheese, spread that over the top, and we take our batter. We just kind of drizzle that over the top. You don't have to spread it out or anything, it'll find its own way. That's all there is to that. Now my oven has been preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to pop this in the oven for about 15-20 minutes, maybe 25. We're just looking for that cornbread to get nice and golden brown. You'll know when it's done. So I'm going to pop this in the oven. We'll be right back when this comes out of the oven. As usual, I'm going to be making 2 casseroles, one for freeze dry and one for me. So we'll see you when they both come out of the oven. Okay, there they are out of the oven. Those were in the oven for 28 minutes. Just to let you know, your oven might vary. But I did it until we got a nice golden brown around the edges and nice and yellow. So I'm going to let these cool well down and then we'll get them trayed up. See you then. Alright, there we have it. 3 trays of my beautiful taco casserole. We'll get this in the freezer, get it frozen solid. Once it's frozen solid, we'll transfer it to the freeze dryer, get it freeze dried, and next time you see it, it'll be coming out of the freeze dryer. I'll see you then. Alright, there we go. My tamale pie. Let's do some reading. I've been calling it taco pie all these years, and apparently this is a thing, but it's called tamale pie. Been in the freezer dryer for 40 hours. Nice and dry. We'll get these put away for my weekly snack that I can munch on. Alright. Let's get to packing these. We're gonna put 3 squares in my each meal pouch. Like that. Set that off the side and I'll be right back when I get this all done. Alrighty. Got those all bagged up. So we're going to open up my 300cc O2 absorbers. We're going to pop 1 in each pouch. Like that. Ziplock it shut. Set it off to the side. I'll get the rest of these done and I'll be right back. Alright, there we go. It's preheated and everything, so we're ready to seal these up. Just drop that on there. Look for it to melt. There you go. Now let me get this done and I'll be right back. And there we go. Those are all sealed up. So we'll let those sit out for a day or two just to make sure everything goes well with them. Don't look like they're leaking or anything. And then we'll put them away for long-term storage. Next time you see me, we'll be opening one of these up and having them for lunch or dinner. I'll see you then. Alright, we're going to try this again. It's time to have lunch, and I'm looking forward to my tamale pie. Let's get it open. Pick up my O2 absorber. That's what we got on the inside there. Now, I just made one of these, and I went with my standard 3/4 of a cup, and I thought that was too runny. So we're going to put a 1/2 cup in here. Because we want to get this reconstitution right. And I'm going to have to mark my packet if this works, with the exception. Alright, well, we got that in there. Let's let that sit for 2 minutes. See you in 2 minutes. Alright. There we go. That's been 2 minutes. Now let's see what we got on the inside here. That's looking a little bit better. Much better, actually. You can always add more water to it if it's too dry. Alright, so we'll let that sit for 2 more minutes. And I'll tell you about my pouches. These are called a single meal pouch, and I get them from topmylar.com. down below. topmylar.com. And they have 2 different codes you can use to save you a little bit of cash, a little bit of money. If you use the code BIBS, B-I-B-S, you will save $5 on orders of $50 or more. They've also got a coupon code, which is a single-use only code of BIBS 10, B-I-B-S-10, and that will save you 10% off your entire order. So it's a single-use only coupon, so make sure you use it wisely. Use it on a bigger order, but if you normally order around $50 on your orders, you know, you could just use the BIBS. BIBS is good forever until they stop it, but I mean, there's no limit. You can use it as many times as you like, but the BIBS 10 is a single-use only coupon per account. So enjoy both of those discounts, I hope. Hope you take advantage of them. And let's see, I'll see you when this is ready to dish out. And there we go. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so we'll dish it out. Obviously, you could eat this straight from the pouch, which is why I love the pouches so much. But we like to look at it and see what we're eating for the video. Obviously, my cornbread is disintegrated. We knew that was going to happen. But still going to add a lot of good flavor to that. So let's see if this come back with just a half a cup of water. Oh yeah, that's very good. 100% acceptable. If some of those bigger hamburger chunks, I don't know, might have a little bit of crunch to it, but it kind of puts me in mind of the cornbread with a little bit of crunch. So it kind of like fools with your mind, because it don't taste dry. It tastes delicious. So I'm going to say that half a cup, you could go just a little bit more than a splash more than half a cup, but we're going to leave it at that. That is delicious. Took me 2 shots to get there, but we always try to get there in the end, you know. I'm going to call this a definite thumbs up. Definitely worth putting into my long-term food storage. I hope you enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing you next time.